love, light, prosperity to each and every one of you that are tuning in. If this is your first time here, go ahead and drop your name in Zodiac along with a rose next to your name. And if you've been here before, you already know what flower to put. Freddie Aries, welcome. Jeff Aries, welcome. Michelle, Cancer, welcome. All new. I love that. I love that. Welcome in, you guys. Happy to have you here. Anai, Gemini, welcome. We have a lot of new people here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ebony, Scorpio, welcome. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. My name is Madam Divine. All right, if you guys are not familiar with me, I see that there's a bunch of newbies here, and I love that. I love new energy, so definitely welcome. If you are here, know that it is divinely guided. Mary Pisces, welcome in. My name is Madam Divine. I am an intuitive psychic medium. I am also a Reiki practitioner, so I also do distant healing. I also am a intentional jewelry maker, and I'm a dope ass poet. So if any of that aligns with your spirit, definitely make sure you guys go ahead and follow. Okay, I'm currently live on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and also TikTok, so you guys can check me out on all those platforms. All right, unforgettable underscore EMZ is my handle for all of my platforms, so please beware. There's a bunch of scammers, a bunch of fake pages. It is not me. I won't reach out to you. Okay. Yeah, appreciate that. Appreciate that. You're a Scorpio. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thank you all for being here. I definitely appreciate it. I definitely came on a bit later tonight, which is okay because I feel like, when I'm drawn to come on, that's when like spirit needs me most. So, I follow suit. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up in prayer, just to make sure that we are in alignment. But in the meantime, if you guys would share the live with at least a minimum of 5 friends, and go ahead and tap the screen. Okay, let's get the likes and the shares up. I'm gonna go ahead and open up in prayer to make sure that you and I are in alignment, and also I am in alignment with spirit as well. All right. So if you made it this far, thank you so much for being here. I promise it is never a waste of time. I'm very big on time, space, and energy, and I'm not here to waste any of it, okay? Padre nuestro que está en los cielos, santificado sea tu nombre. Venga tu reino, hágase tu voluntad en la tierra como en el cielo. Danos hoy nuestro pan de cada día. Perdona nuestra ofensa como también nosotros perdonamos lo que nos ofenden. No nos dejes caer en la tentación y líbranos del mal. Amén. Ave María, Dios te salve María, llena eres de gracia, el Señor es contigo. Bendita tú eres entre todas las mujeres y bendito es el fruto de tu vientre Jesús. Santa María, Madre de Dios, ruega por nosotros pecadores, ahora en la hora de nuestra muerte. Amén. Gloria al Padre, al Hijo, al Espíritu Santo, como era en el principio, ahora y siempre, por los siglos de los siglos. Amén, amén, amén. God, above all, I give you thanks for this time, space, and energy that you're aligning me with the collective once again. I ask that you please remove my energy as I now tap into the divine frequency of the collective. Archangel Michael, I call upon your divine protection, divine essence. I ask that you align with me at this time, shield me from my crown all the way down to my feet. I ask that you ward off any negativity and block out all destructions. Archangel Michael, I ask that you also extend that coverage over to my viewers wherever they may be. I call upon the ascended masters, my highest self, higher power, the angels of divine white light that are here for the highest good of all. When it comes to the collective, I call upon divine truth, divine wisdom, divine counsel. At this time, I would like to align with my santos, my ebons, my muertos, la gitana que me acompaña, los indios que me rodean, my son, three, my grandmother, Emilia. As we now tap into the frequency of the collective spirit, I ask that you please bless this live as I now connect with those who need messages from me. May you align me with who it may be tonight, whether it's through the FYP, whether it's through YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, whether it's through TikTok, whether through a random share, however it is, Spirit, I ask that you please align the portal, align me as a messenger to send light and clarity to those who need it. We give all thanks and gratitude. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Had to bless the space, y'all. That's one thing I don't do. I don't play about spirit. I don't play about my safety, and I don't play about my collective. All right, so if you are here, welcome. I appreciate you guys. Again, my name is Madam Divine. I am an intuitive psychic medium, so I do channel messages from the ethers and from the loved ones who have crossed over. I have all of the clairs. I'm very, very gifted, and I don't say it in a way to boast about what I have, but I'm definitely gifted, and I'm grateful to be able to use my gifts on this platform, whatever platform that you're connecting with me. Okay, I am a light worker, so I do not do anything to go against anyone's will. I do not do binding work. I do protection work. I do cleansing work. I do healing work. I do light work. Okay, that is the difference between me and other people. Now, don't get it twisted. There is a balance between light and dark, right? But again, all that I do is not from a malice place. What I do is to make sure to clear out paths and protect. Now, if you send something my way, trust and believe you're going to get that back in fury tenfold, right? So that's what I mean by protection. I'm going to protect me and mine's. I'm just gonna leave it there, okay? I'm gonna protect me and mine. If you know, you know, all right. And if you don't, then the message won't apply to you, and that's okay. So, with that being said, I don't see any shares. All right, so I ain't moving. I ain't doing nothing until I see the support. I'm big on support, big on energy. If y'all want me to come on here mad late at night, then I suggest that you kind of help a sister out. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, share the live, tap the screen, interact with the live, okay? That's how you help me out. All right, so let's get the shares up, you guys. All right, we're going to tap in on collective, or we're going to tap in on carpals. I don't know what I'm doing yet, or I might just open up the list. All right, but if you're here, please make sure you tap in and let me know it's real. If it's real, drop your name. And if it's your first time here, drop your name with a rose. All right. And if you feel spicy and you want to drop your zodiac, by all means. All right. This is a veil. This is a veil. Kendra, welcome. Diana, hello. Sam, welcome in. Jojo Sag, I see you. I see you. I am here. I see you, Jeanette. I see all of you. Listen, love, light, prosperity to each and every one of you. God has a purpose. God has a plan. And I know sometimes it can feel like a lot, right? An extra load that's on top of you, extra weight, extra baggage. I understand, man. And the only reason why I say this is because energetically, I definitely get this from a lot of you, right? So thank you, Brenda. I truly appreciate you. Christina, thank you so much for being here. If you guys are here, welcome. Love, light, prosperity to each and every one of you. Big Sag energy here. Listen, I'm gonna tell you the truth, but I ain't gonna never lie to you. I do not sugarcoat. All right. There's nothing that I put on a platter and sugarcoat it for you, okay? The purpose for me is to be a messenger, a guide, a light, okay? I am a mirror. I reflect what I see. Some of y'all may not like what I have to say, right? But I am not here to be liked. I am here as a vessel to send the message out to who needs it. All right. So I do spirit led readings. I know a lot of you guys in the spirit community, you guys like to do free yes or no's. I don't do free yes or no's, my love. Nothing against anybody who does it, but I'm a firm believer that my gifts were used to be a portal as a messenger. And that's what I'm going to continue to follow. And it works for me and my collective. So if you guys are open to receiving messages, okay, and having an open mind about what a possible different perspective may look like, right? That will change your perception on a lot of things. So stick around if you guys would like. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do a I don't know. You guys let me know. We could do a mini collective or we could do some card pulls. I'll do either two complimentary card pulls, and that's one card for who I feel drawn to in the collective and whatever spirit has for you. Okay? Or we could do a mini collective. However you guys deem, okay? As long as you guys are pouring into me, I'll be pouring into y'all, okay? Because I do not siphon my energy for free. I'm big on energy. All right? I'm big on energy. So let me know if you guys want to do a mini collective. We could do a mini collective. A mini collective is basically like a general energy of what is going on collectively. Okay, so you guys let me know, what's the investment. What's the investment for what, my mom? If you guys want to join the list, all right, after, okay, I see a lot of collectives, so we'll tap in on collectives, so stick around. All right, we'll do a collective. But if you guys would like to join the list, all right, after, it is a $15 minimum, and that's a 3 card general spirit-led reading. Okay, I have Apple Pay, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, and I also accept through Chime. My Cash App is currently down right now, but all of my information is in the Linktree in my bio, so definitely go ahead and check that out if you guys want to during the collective. I've already prayed for the space, so if you are here, know that you are divinely guided. All right, the space is blessed and protected, so definitely feel like this is a safe space for you. Okay, I shed nothing but harsh truths here, okay? I bring light to what needs to come out, because a lot of us like to either dim or shadow or put things from our past in a box and forget about it. And we can't live life like that. And that's why triggers continue to happen. So God has placed light workers like myself on this earthly plane to connect with you, however it was, to bring things to surface. Now, whether you decide to do the advice that's given to you, that's solely up to you, right? I don't force anybody to change anything. I don't force any beliefs. I don't force nothing. Listen, I am just a mirror here. All right, I am just a mirror. So please do not be alarmed about the information that comes up in your reading if you guys ever decide to book me, or what comes in the collective, okay? So you guys have voted for collective energy. So I want to see what energy we have in here. So go ahead and drop your zodiacs. All right, let's see what zodiacs we have in the chat. We're gonna start collective at 14 minutes. If you guys would drop your zodiacs. Let's see what type of energy we got in the collective. All right, 14 minutes. And again, I don't know what the collective energy is going to be. I'm just going to pull and see what comes up. We got a lot of fire. We got a lot of air. We got a lot of different signs. Look, I feel like we got a good array of signs. I love that. I love that. I love that. All right, y'all. Well, if you guys are ready for your collective energy, we're going to do a little mini collective. So definitely stay tuned. Make sure you guys are following, and make sure you guys set the notification bell. All right. Let's go ahead and tap in. Go ahead and drop sunflowers in the chat if you guys are ready to tap in. That is my way of pouring into our garden. All right. Because for a lot of y'all, when it comes to your garden, it's been dry. The leaves are wilted. You haven't tended to your garden. Well, we about to tend to your garden, beloved. All right. As long as you are open and receptive to hearing the message, whatever is your message, you take it. And if it isn't your message, then you set it aside, okay? This is general. We're pulling on 4 different collectives. You heard that. 4 different collectives. I don't play. So if you guys are here collective, let's go ahead and tap in and see what the current energy is. All right. Holy Spirit, holy angels, divine truth, divine wisdom, divine counsel. At this time, I give you thanks and gratitude for this time that you have aligned me with this beautiful collective. We want to tap in on the general energy, what the energy is unfolding right now for this collective. whether they are on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, or on TikTok. Spirit, please align me. What is the energy? What is the energy for my collective? Let's tap in, beloveds. Let's tap in. Let's tap in. Let's tap in. Spirit, what is the energy for my beautiful collective? What is the energy? What is coming up? What is the overall energy? What is coming to surface? The Four of Cups. So we got some emotional energy. All right. We got some emotional energy coming up here. King of Cups here in reverse. So water is very evident here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy is heavy. Or those could be heavy placements, or these could be also timelines as well. All right. We just went through Cancer season. So I feel like for a lot of you, some of you kind of like contemplating right now, right? Some of you guys are kind of drawing your energy back. Some of you are emotionally detaching or not trying to really feel your emotions because it may feel a little uncomfortable right now. I feel like for a lot of you, you guys aren't really being honest with how you truly feel. Now, if you're feeling attacked, I want to see you in the chat, collective. All right. If you feel like this is your energy, I want to see you in the chat. If you have been emotionally disconnected, if you have been emotionally withdrawn, if you have been moody, if you have been contemplating a lot of things, maybe certain people, certain energies, right? I'm talking to you, collective. And if that's you, I want to see you in the chat. Because one thing about me is this is an interactive live. I like to talk to my people. Okay? So if this is your energy, then this collective is going to resonate with you. Okay? So a lot of you are really coming off disconnected. And for some of you, there could have been a disruption in your daily routine. Okay? Or there could have been certain things that kind of set this off for you. Okay? I'm even hearing like possible missed opportunities. Maybe something could have went a certain way, and because it didn't go that way, now you're kind of bummed out about the situation. That's what I'm getting. Spirit, give me some more energy on the Four of Cups, please. Yeah, look, the Two of Cups. Again, emotional energy here there's a lot being repressed, collective. There's a lot not being said, a lot of broken promises. Some of you could have gotten out of a relationship. Some of you guys could have went through some hardships with certain partnerships or relationships, friendships, okay, even family. But the Two of Cups talks about some energy of dishonesty. It talks about broken commitments, broken promises, broken dreams. Um, those that continue to spam, you're getting blocked because I don't understand the logic, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's keep moving. So for a lot of you, you guys could be contemplating a lot of things right now because you could have I'm hearing there could have been a recent breakup here. Okay? There could have been something that really, really kind of like it could have been even an emotional loss or an emotional pain, right? And because of this loss, is like you haven't really been able to be whole again. It's like I'm feeling a void. I'm definitely feeling a void. I'm feeling like heaviness, right? But the heaviness sits there, right? Because you could feel it, right? The weight, because I feel bogged down, right? The weight of it is so heavy. But what you do is instead of feeling it, what you're doing is you're projecting it outside of you because you don't want to experience it. Now, again, if you feel like this is very personal to you, this is a general energy for the collective. And this is what I'm picking up on the energy. I definitely do feel like there's a lot of sadness here. There's a lot that is coming up to play for you, collective. There's been a lot of blockages, a lot of delays, a lot of things that have come to an abrupt stop. Okay, for some of you, there could be blocked communication here. There could be delays in travel. There could be a lot of things that are keeping you from truly being your happiest self. I definitely do pick up the energy that, again, a lot of you are contemplating a lot of things because this energy hasn't gotten any better. It just seems like the tension continues to rise. The energy feels very thick. The energy feels like kind of you want to give up. I feel it. I feel it heavy. Some of you guys are holding a lot of this pain, a lot of this trauma, a lot of this stagnicity in your back, lower back, because I feel it in my lower back. Okay. And I'm also feeling a lot of pressure on my chest. So a lot of you need to be very careful pertaining to your chest. Okay, especially if you are somebody that escapes. Listen, I know I'm talking to somebody, all right, because I'm getting a channeled message. If you are somebody that overly does things excessively, especially with respiratory, you're gonna end up in a worse position. I'm just saying it, okay? So if you are a vapor, if you are somebody that smokes heavily, if you smoke trees, whatever that looks like to you, whatever your ingestion, whatever it is, okay? Spirit is saying that you need to really, really take a look at why you're doing it in excess, right? Because what are you trying to escape? Are you trying to escape not feeling why you're feeling what you're feeling? What's the core? What's the root? You know what the root is, collective? Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to, collective? Tap in. Where you at? Where you at, beloved? Listen, it's 2:13 in the morning. I'm up for whatever reason. I'm up. This is spirit hours here, okay? And I know I'm talking to somebody. I know it's talking to somebody. So if this is your story, I need you to tap in. All right, I need you to tap in, cause spirit ain't playing about the messages. Spirit ain't playing about the messages. Spirit, what is the energy moving forward? Listen, for a lot of you expect some crazy shifts, crazy transformations, crazy changes. Okay, there's a lot of things that are coming up, and I feel like they're going to be very, very intense. So, for those that are very anxious, where are my anxious people? If you have anxious energy, I want you to tap in. Okay, if you're somebody that suffers with panic attacks, I need you to tap in. If you are somebody that can tend to go on highs and lows, all right, we call those manic episodes, I need you to tap in. All right, a lot of these things are neurological, so I need you to tap in, okay? Because I'm telling you right now, I really do feel like that energy of overwhelming, right? This overwhelming energy literally projects into your body, and your body ends up reacting. So for a lot of you get very anxious, and because you get anxious, you start doing things that typically you wouldn't do, right? But because of this anxiousness, you're picking at your nails, you're biting your nails. Some of you guys are fidgeting like crazy, all right? Because I'm seeing it. It's your nervous system. You're feeling triggered. Your body is reacting to something that's being triggered neurologically. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? All right. I know you guys see me as just a woman, and I may not have, certificates and all that shit. But one thing I do know is I'm definitely connected to the divine kingdom. All right. So these messages are definitely coming through from the divine. So if the messages are applying, trust and believe that those messages were meant for you to reach them. Okay. You are meant to reach them. So there's a need to really calm down this nervous system. All right, because the nervous system is being triggered every time you put your feelings and your emotions on the back burner, every time you decide to escape the reality of life, every time you decide to put the other cheek, Every time you decide to give another person another chance, another opportunity to fumble you, to stress you out, to overwhelm you, every time you pick up another person's burden, your body is carrying so much. The weight of it is causing your body to react the way that it does. So when you do get triggered, you start having these episodes, and sometimes you don't know how to fucking control them, and you feel like you're about to lose it. Who am I talking to? Who am I talking to, collective? For some of you, there is a move. For some of you, there is a move that is coming. Okay, there is a move that is coming. Some of you are in the near future are going to be making plans to move, because this sadness, these delays, all of these things happening are happening with reason, because where you are right now is not where you're meant to be. So spirit needs to basically break everything and literally clear the path to make room for new. And although you may not like how it's done, spirit needs to do it that way, because had they done it the gentle way, because I'm hearing like gentle parenting. Gentle parenting never works. How many times did spirit try to forewarn you about the energy? Don't do that. Don't talk to that person. Don't trust that person. Don't go, don't do that. Right? But tisk tisk, here you are doing the complete opposite. So what does spirit have to do? Spirit got to shake that motherfucker up. Spirit need to go ahead and throw some swords, right, from people from that are close to you, for you to finally be like, okay, you know what, I get it. Damn, I understand. Like, how many times do I need to crash and burn? Damn. Message. How many times do I need to crash and burn? That's going to be the name of the collective. How many times must I crash and burn? That's the message for tonight. How many times must you crash and burn before you finally connect the dot and you're like, all right, you know what, God, I should have just followed your lead in the first place. I should have just listened to what you had for me. Because one thing about God, I don't care who you believe in, okay? One thing about me, I believe in the Most High. I believe in a big creator. I believe in the universe. I believe that there is something greater than you and I, right? Doesn't matter who you believe, right? You could call God, Buddha, Allah, however, okay? But there is a greater force bigger than you and I. And that greater force has been here lifetimes after lifetimes after lifetimes. For God's sake, He created. This is creation. We are creation, right? So why would you think that you know better than the creator? That's my question. Why would you think that you know better than the creator himself? Why do you create these portals, these cycles of toxicity when the creator knows that you're destined for far greater? And that's where you need to kind of like really let go, right? Of the need of having to be wanted or needed or seen. You know what I'm saying? Because you lose yourself through people. If people don't see that in you, I would hope that you see it in you, right? But because people tend to chase this facade and this feeling, they lose themselves. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? I want to make sure. Are you guys picking up what I'm putting down? So many people chase that feeling, right? Whether it's money, whether it's the heart, whether it's, that physical intimacy, whether it's through accomplishments. People are different. We're multifaceted beings. That's what's so interesting about us. But the moment that you fixate over things outside of you and you start wanting to be validated by other people outside of you, and you want people to see you outside of you, then that is something that you need to internalize within yourself and give it to yourself. And I know that sounds crazy, but there's logic and there's madness to the science behind all of that shit. All right? And I can most certainly guarantee the moment that you decide to give all that stuff back to yourself, the very thing that you kept pushing out to everybody else, right? You're like, here, let me give you some love. Here, let me give you this. Let me go ahead and enhance your life by giving you this. Let me go ahead and step you up and put you on the next level over here. And look at you. What have you gotten from it? Let's talk about it. What have you gotten from that? Other than broken hearts, broken promises, all right? Failed relationships, bank accounts that are barely holding on by a thread. I mean, again, do you know? Are you aware of what it is that you want, what you're worthy of receiving? Or are you just going to continue to settle for crumbs? Are you going to continue to settle for things that you know don't align with you? All right? If everything is coming to a close, if things are being taken away from you, then be thankful be thankful for the energy. For however long that energy was for in your life, be thankful for it. Appreciate it, thank it, move on. All right, collective. So expect some changes. What's up, V? Expect some changes, collective. All right, let me pull a life lesson for this collective. The list is open. All right, it is a $15 minimum donation. Apple Pay, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, and also Chime. If you would like to tap in on your own energy, if even if this reading resonated with you and you want to tap in, the list is open. All right, Spirit, give me an energy for the life lessons that Spirit. What is the message for my collective? It says you owe nothing to your past self. But you owe everything to your present self. Do you hear me, collective? I don't think y'all heard me. Remember I was saying how you was giving all this energy to everybody else? You don't owe nothing to your past self, but you owe everything to the present person that's showing up. Okay? All right? Are y'all listening? It says being honest may not get you a lot of friends. Ooh-wee. But it will always get you the right ones. I know that's right. Listen, one thing life is going to teach you along the way is honesty will truly align you with the right people. If you're going to continue to lie, listen, who you are is reflected by the people that's around you. Oh my God, that is so cute. I never received a giraffe. Wow, thank you, Mama. That was very thoughtful. Let me get one more for this collective, Spirit. One more for this collective. Listen, a lot of you guys are going to be cutting people left and right. All right? And a lot of people are going to have a lot to say about it, but you know what it is? Thank you for the fairy. Look at her showing out with the gifts, y'all. Listen, it says share your progress. Oof. Listen, collective. Share your progress, not your goals. And you'll always be motivated. Ooh! Yes! I love it! Hey, look at that! Look at that! Listen, y'all. God is good. God is good. I love y'all collective, for real. Y'all showing out tonight on the gifts. I truly appreciate y'all. But listen, did y'all hear that message? It literally says, share your progress, not your goals, and you'll always be motivated. Nothing but truth. Nothing but truth. Nothing but truth. And Spirit did not lie. Spirit did not lie. All right. Listen, collective. I appreciate y'all. That was the collective energy. I was doing a mini collective. All right. We're about to tap in on the list. So if you would like to tap in, please let me know. All right. That you would like to tap in on the list. I do have other readings available, but the minimum to tap in on the list is 15. You're more than welcome to send more. If you send more, of course, I'll bless you with more messages, okay? So, list is now open. If you would like to tap in, please let me know. Please let me know if you would like to tap in on the list. Remember, I am doing spirit-led readings, $15 minimum, 3 cards. Or if you have a question that you would like clarity on, I can go ahead and pull 3 cards on the energy for you, okay? Ooh. Thank you so much for the gifts, y'all. Did the message resonate? How for a lot of you, how many did the message resonate? Thank you for the roses. Thank you for the roses, my love. It sure did. It sure did. I will say it definitely did. It was a really good collective. And I'm glad that whoever got it, got it. Yes, I do take a question, but it's 15 is the minimum. The list is open. So if you would like to tap in, drop a sunflower in the chat, okay? Only if you want to tap in on the list. Crystal, I got you, mama. Is that Lady V? If you would like to tap in on the list, you guys, let me know. All right, girl, I got you on the list. You're the first one. I have a couple more slots left. If you would like to tap in, please go ahead and drop a sunflower in the chat so I can go ahead and direct you where to send payment, okay? The list is now open. I truly appreciate y'all. There are donations. It is a minimum of 15. You're more than welcome to send more. All right. And just know that this is an investment for you. And whatever I could do to bring clarity to you, that's what I'm here for. Okay. If anybody else would like to tap in, let me know. I'm about to tap in on Crystal's energy. Crystal, do you have a question? If it's a question, put a Q. Or if you want me to tap in, spirit, let it put an S. For Crystal. Spirit. Okay. Give me your zodiac again. List is open, you guys. $15 minimum. Linktree in bio. Virgo. Holy Spirit, holy angels, divine truth, divine wisdom, divine counsel. When it comes to Crystal Spirit, please align me with her divine frequency and energy at this time. As I now tap into her energy, I ask the angels of divine white light to please cover me and shield me as I now tap into her energy and extend that same energy over to Crystal. Spirit, please align me with her highest self, whatever she needs to know in the current energy. Use me as the beacon of light as I now tap in. Spirit for Crystal. Crystal. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what pops up. List is open if you would like to tap in, you guys. For Crystal Spirit. Divine truth, divine wisdom, divine counsel. Please align me with the messages for Crystal. Crystal, you're kind of at a point right now where you're kind of at a standstill right now. All right, there's a path there's a couple paths, all right? There could be two different paths, right? Or two different choices, two different decisions. But there's something that you have yet to make a decision on, all right? Or there's could be something difficult that you probably haven't really been able to really think through it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's heavy energy, very strong mental. You've been in your head about something very, very strong here lately. And it could very much be with your King of Pentacles, your stability, your structure. This could have everything to do with, you know, your materials, right? Like what you want to materialize, maybe certain long-term goals that you're wanting to seek. There's something that you're really thinking very thoroughly about. And this is something that's long term. This isn't something that is a short term. This is long term. Um, and it's like you're having to rethink your initial investment, and maybe certain things didn't flourish for you. I'm feeling an energy of maybe things didn't really pop off the way that you had hoped, or maybe there could have been some seeds that you planted early on and you thought that they would go ahead and flourish, but they never did. Nothing happened with the seeds. Do you know what I'm talking about? Is this like an investment or something that you've been investing in that you're like confused about? I don't know if you're being filtered, but I don't see any of your comments. I'm confused about myself. Are you confused about how you should invest your time or what you should be investing in? Especially when it comes to like career, is that something that you're kind of like you're not really sure what path to take? Yes. I think that whichever way you lean towards, I don't think it could get any worse, right? But by you not making a choice or a decision, you're prolonging things, right? Maybe you have a fear of, well, what if I fail at this? What if I, what if I can't do this? Because fear and doubt creep in. And when fear and doubt creep in, it causes you to not only lose opportunity, but it also causes you to not really push forward in things because you feel like you lack that lack mindset. So I do feel like there's a need for you to not overwhelm yourself with the feeling. Just know that whichever path you take, pray about it and make sure that it aligns with your core values, especially when it comes to your stability and your structure. All right. Thank you so much for the heart meme. Do you get what I mean when I say that? There's a need for you to really balance this out because I definitely do feel a lot of airy energy, especially when it comes to like your long-term goals. And yeah, I know it could be a bit hectic, but listen, long-term goals take time to manifest. They take time to work through. So maybe try to make short-term goals that will eventually get you to your long-term goals. Do you understand? That's the advice that I'm hearing. Break down your goals, your long-term goals, break them down into shorter terms so that you can complete each task. And every time you complete a task, you're leveling up to the next step, to the next level until you finally reach your goal. All right. So don't stress yourself about that. That's what I'm hearing. All right. That's what I'm hearing. And to be honest, you may decide to transition or like move. I just saw a payment come in too. Who sent a payment? Sorry, I have to check that. I was looking down. I'm currently moving. Look at that. Yeah, I definitely see a move coming in, and you're moving. So, I feel like that move. Once you get yourself situated with your move, there's a need for you to work on your short term goals. Okay, do you understand what I mean? You're speaking on my mental health, babe. It's starting to connect now. Okay. Yeah, girl. It's a lot of changes happening. So, of course, with change, your mind is going to, be in a stressful state. You understand? So that's why I say you need to really work on short-term goals. And when you work through the short-term goals, you'll be able to not put yourself in such an overwhelming state. I'm moving because I can't carry the weight I used to. But listen, I'm gonna tell you, it don't matter where you move to, honey. You can't run away from the problems. The problems are gonna continue to chase you and hunt you down until you face them. So, regardless of what you needed to redeem your peace of mind, go ahead, right? But I need you to really kind of recalibrate yourself so that you can start building yourself, you know, one step at a time. Yes, the problems within myself. Yeah, girl. You gotta make a choice. You're in your head about this. Heavy. All right. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. I release your energy. I call back all my power. Ashe to the ancestors. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your frequency. I send you love and light. I call all my power. Ashe to the ancestors. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Thank you, Mama. You're welcome. Let me see if I have another payment. Hold on. No, I thought that was crypto. Did anybody else want to join the list? You're very welcome, my love. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy. If you would like to tap in, let me know. It is a $15 minimum. You're more than welcome to send more. These are paid readings. Current energy. Current energy, what, Mama? You're wanting another reading? You want me to check current energy? Like with my rocks? I think you had gotten filtered. Yes, on my mental health, what reading with that? That would be a shadow work. That one's shadow work. That one is 60. I could tap in and see kind of where it's stemming from. Kind of like give me a root cause. But yeah, that's just shadow. It's shadow work. Is that is that what you wanted to do? My list is open, you guys. It is actively open. V, I think you're getting filtered. The list is open. Did anybody else want to tap in? Let me know. VIC, we did one of those already. Which one? Okay, yeah, if you want to send 60, I can go ahead and tap in. And I'll also check with the rods too. I'll throw in the rods for you, V. You want to join? Monica, I have Apple Pay, Venmo, Zelle, PayPal, and I also have Chime. It's a $15 minimum, and it's a spirit led reading. Or if you have a question that you would like clarity on, then I'll draw the energy on that. Let me know what payment options you have. And remember, if you guys send on PayPal, make sure you guys send through friends and family, okay? Hey, Nikki. Bendición. List is open, you guys. Hi. I hope all is well with you. Bendiciones. V, I don't see you, mama. I'm doing good, ma. I'm doing good. They're good. You know, my son is over here at the door. He's knocked out, and my daughter on the couch. Yeah. I'm not sure where V went. Um, I might have to restart my live. No, I don't have Cash App. It's down right now. I had Cash App for like 30 seconds. I'm like, damn. But I have Apple Pay, I have Venmo, I have Zelle, PayPal, and Chime. Did you want to tap in? Okay. That's fine, Mama. Okay, Crystal, I got yours. All right, my love. We're gonna tap in on shadow for you. The list is open. If you would like to tap in, I'm about to do a shadow work reading. Hey, Tazi. I'm about to do a shadow work reading for V. All right, for Miss Crystal. But if anybody else would like to tap in, let me know. I do have a couple slots available for tonight's live readings. And you guys are more than welcome to do private as well. My privates, just send me a DM on Instagram. Hello, how are you, Tazi? All right, V, where you at? I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. I'm blessed. Okay, Crystal, we're gonna tap in. Again, please make sure that when I tap into your energy, I just want you to kind of be in a relaxed state. Um, and I want you to really kind of like, because I'm tapping into your mind, I really want you to be as relaxed as you can, okay? Whatever symptoms I pick up from your energy, I will let you know. Um, and if anything comes up during your reading that you need to give me confirmation for, then let me know. Okay. Make sure your feet are not crossed and your arms are not, so that there is a direct open portal between you and I. All right. Holy Spirit, holy angels, divine truth, divine wisdom, divine counsel. At this time, I give you thanks for this time, space, and energy that you're aligning me with V. V has been going through some mental health. She's been going through a lot mentally, and I just want to get some clarity and some insight on how we can get to the root of what's really going on. I ask the angels of divine white light to use me as the beacon of light as I now tap into her energy spirit. I call upon divine truth, divine wisdom, divine counsel. As I now tap into the energy, Archangel Michael, please protect me from my crown all the way down to my feet and extend the same energy over to V. Crystal, as we now tap in. All right, Crystal, we're going to tap into your energy. We're going to see what's going on. What is so consuming to your mind, okay? Like, what's got you in this energy? What has got you in this energy? Holy Spirit, holy angels, divine truth, divine wisdom, divine counsel. When it comes to Crystal Virgo, what is it that keeps her up, especially when it comes to her mental health? Please align me with the messages, align me with her higher self. I'm hearing you stay stuck on a lot of things from the past. You reminisce a lot and you hold on to a lot from the past. And it's like the past is like a ball and chain. It's like an anchor, right? It's an anchor. Sometimes when it comes to you, you kind of, and I feel like this has been for a very long time, right? But when it comes to your energy, you you have somewhat you have somewhat of an idea of where you're headed. Like there's some light that's guiding you, right? That's illuminating your path. You have some sort of faith, but I feel like some days are stronger than others. I feel like there are days where it's polar opposite, where you feel utterly in the dark, you have no guidance, you have no faith. You feel like it's just you against the world. But the thing about you is that spirit wants you to speak up. All right? They want you to use your voice. Also, your reading started about at 1 hour, okay, or maybe a little bit, maybe 59 minutes, okay. On this reading, if you want to run it back, but spirit wants you to be like they want you to be heard. Whatever has got you in your mind, whatever has got you so fragmented and fragile, confirmation, you heard that. All right, whatever's got you in that energy, spirit wants you to speak it out. All right, let it be heard. What is it? What is it that's coming to the forefront, spirit, when it comes to Crystal? Thank you. Never forget how resilient you are. You always bounce back. So it doesn't matter what you're going on in the current energy, right? Your mind will be in so many different places. But one thing about you is you always have the strength to fight. No matter how tired, no matter how exhausted, no matter what you're going through, right? You always have like this energy of resilience that pushes you through, that drives you through, and this is what gives you that hunger, that drive, and I feel like even sometimes too, that energy in itself is the very energy that you need to motivate yourself. Because ain't nobody gonna pick you up from the ground unless it's you. Do you understand what I'm saying? It takes strength to pick yourself back up from a hard time, from a hard place. It takes strength. It takes courage. It takes faith. It takes persistence. It takes having to shut off your mind sometimes and be like, you know what? I've had it. All right? You need to have a little bit of faith again. Faith goes a long way. Remember that. Doesn't matter what you're going through, what things have been lingering on in your energy. What's going to get you through is having undoubtedly confirmed faith that everything is falling in alignment and what is for you is going to be for you and it's going to work out. All right. I feel like you tend to avoid a lot. Okay? You tend to avoid a lot. It says, in the dance of shadows, I conceal and evade. Fear's veil keeps me distant in the dark, cool shade. So you like to kind of stay out the way. You're the type of person, especially when you're in this energy and your low vibrational energy, you avoid everyone at all costs. You want to be far and distant. You don't want to be seen. You don't want to be heard. You don't want anybody. And that's the Hermit card. But you're it when you go into that energy, that is fine and okay, right? But you have to find a balance. But the way that you're doing it, there is no balance. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. You can't just cut off the world. You can't just shut out everything that's going on. You can't just escape what's going on. I feel like you suffer from disassociation. You disassociate a lot, don't you? Because I'm hearing you disassociate. You're here and then you're not. You tend to kind of like fizzle out. You tend to fade out. Yes, and that is what's scaring me right now. Listen, I'm telling you, You're gonna need to. I'm not a licensed therapist, right? But spiritually, this draws concern. There's a need for you to really tap into that energy and correct it. Okay, disassociation is stemmed from fear and blocking out certain memories from our past, especially when it comes to your trauma like childhood. All right, you could be a person that when it comes to things that happened when you were a child, especially the things that were awful, you blocked it out of your memory. But just because you blocked it out of your memory doesn't mean that your subconscious mind doesn't remember. So when your subconscious mind remembers, what does it do? It pushes it to the conscious mind, and that's where your body literally hyperventilates. Your body goes into like a complete shock, and it sends triggers down your nervous system that have you feeling the way that you do. Am I right? So there's a need for you to really do some research on disassociation. Okay? I always tell everybody, do your own research, right? I can help you, but I would much rather you do your own research. You doing your own research helps me in the long run. So there could be certain things and certain there could be certain things that I can do to kind of help you and aid you through those moments that you feel triggered. It says, you will only taste the sour if you don't seek for the sweet. Share your fruits wisely, lest you sow regrets too deep. So stop focusing on the sour stuff. Stop focusing on what hasn't worked for you. Stop focusing on the bad things. All right? Focus on what's sweet in your life, right? Bring in that energy of sweetness so that you can override, right? Because basically what you're doing is you're programming your mind to override those those memories. It's like you're offsetting those memories with proper ones, with memorable ones that are good for you, right? That give you that like boost of dopamine, that give you that feeling, right? That you're longing for. You understand what I'm saying? It says, Mummy, between the ancient past and the modern world, is there any place where I belong? Again, it's a lot about past energy here. You really focus a lot on the past, what hasn't worked out, people from your past, shifts, transformations, transitions. It's like you fixate on that energy. Yeah? Is that you? Yes. There's definitely a need for you to tap in on this energy of disassociation for sure. All right? That is stemming from something. And I could definitely find out if you want. I feel like you're reading me now. Well, this is Crystal's reading, but if it resonates with you, take what you will. And if you want to tap in on your own energy, um, if you want to know about your mental health or whatever, this reading right here is a $60 donation. You, Crystal, for the longest, you have moved in this energy of really just wanting to belong somewhere, just feeling like you belong somewhere. It's the best way that I could put it. And that's an energy that is very simple, right, to achieve or obtain, but for some it's nearly impossible. Let me see where this energy stems from. Where is this energy stemming from when it comes to Crystal's mental health? Where does this energy stem from? Where is this energy stemming from, Spirit, when it comes to Crystal? Yeah, you don't know how to let go, girl. Look at that. The Six of Swords. It's like it's like you hold on to like unfinished business. A lot of this stems from coming from a household that was probably didn't have much discipline. Okay, there wasn't much structure. um this could also come from an unreliable parent. Okay. um it's giving, a bit chaotic, a lot of limitations. There wasn't any order. I feel like when it comes to you, there wasn't really a balance when it came to masculine or feminine energy. um I don't know who you are, and to be honest, I could give two shits. Let's continue. um and because of this household dynamic, it has caused you to prolong your healing, and it has also caused you to hold on to things, especially emotional baggage that you have yet to release. And it's like you keep revisiting this, especially with every mental episode that you have. It's like this keeps coming up to surface. You get what I'm saying? This continues to come up to the surface. And what Spirit is asking is basically for you to really balance out your feminine and masculine energy, because I feel like sometimes your wounded masculine can overtake the feminine energy, or vice versa. It's not really a balance. Advice for Crystal, Spirit, in regards to her mental health. Yeah, you're still holding on to that child. There's a need for you to really take care of yourself, okay? And I feel like the more love that you give to yourself, the more kind, the more healing and therapeutic it will be for you. Yes, because I've always had to take care of myself. But look, you still have to take care of yourself, but you have to see it in a different light, in a different energy. All right. I feel like when it comes to you, your innocence was robbed. Whatever it is that you were dealing with, your innocence was robbed. And you, for a very long time, you haven't really been connected to your inner child. When was the last time you laughed? When was the last time you played around? When was the last time you started approaching life in a kid like state? without taking everything so serious. I bet you it's been a long time. A long time, yeah. You have to nurture that part of you because that inner child is neglected. And that's why these triggers and these flare-ups in your mental health keep coming up, because you're neglecting that part. Your inner child is wanting to be seen, to be heard, not by everybody else. They want to be seen and heard by you, your present self. They need your present self to show up. You get me? So if you wanted to know where this energy was coming from, where this, at times you're okay, and then at times it's a sudden shift in energy, right? That energy comes from your inner child wanting to be taken care of, wanting to be heard. This inner child is tired of putting things off. This inner child is done with putting things under the rug. They don't want to do that anymore. You get me? My list is open, you guys, if you would like to join. $15 minimum for a spirit-led reading. And no, I'm tired, so yes, you're right. Yeah, you gotta nurture yourself back to health. Nurture yourself back to health, and there's a need for you to release a lot from your past. I would definitely recommend some Reiki sessions. I feel like you are really holding on to a lot, especially in your sacral energy. I'm feeling a lot in your sacral energy. That's your third chakra. And you could also be dealing with a lot of irregularity, right? Or a lot of things, even CPO, what is it called? Uh, God, I can't even think of it. Yeah, I'm giving the advice that I gave you is, in order for you to get out of this, you need to start pouring back into yourself and nurturing your inner child. That's how you make out of this. That's the advice. PCOS. You may suffer from PCOS, cystic fibroids, ovarian cyst, irregular periods. I feel like a lot of this is really is connected to some of your trauma. I have thyroid issues, and also I got a hysterectomy. There you go. See? A lot of that is associated with the trauma. I really do feel, like I said, I feel highly that Reiki would help you release a lot of this stored, pent up energy that you have within yourself. Did you have a question? I do Reiki. I offer services of that. What it is basically distant healing. So from here, as the healer and the practitioner, I would basically be sending light codes and different energy fields towards you, and break away what's being stored in your body. And those are done through sessions. I wouldn't go crazy or end up in the mental health hospital, right? You're asking me that? Okay, let me see. Spirit, is it possible for Crystal to lose her mind and end up in a mental hospital. V, you have my number or Instagram? Spirit, when it comes to V, send me a message on IG and I'll send you my number. No, I don't see that happening. What I do see you doing is, after feeling a bit disconnected from the world, I do see you coming back and, really connecting with people, new friendships, and I see you being more independent. So no, I don't see you in the mental health hospital. But again, you have to, you have to work, we have to work through this energy. I started taking care of myself honestly, mentally with meds and other time. Look, I'm gonna tell you something. You could take whatever meds and prescriptions you want, right? But I even just posted a video. You can even look at it. I posted a video of a herbal remedy that I put together for myself, right? And I feel like those are much more potent than taking a prescription drug, right? That may intervene or it may have a certain reaction if you're mixing that with another. So this is why I'm like really big on kind of healing the body from the inside out. And that too, like ashwagandha, I'm pretty sure ashwagandha is really, really good to help with that. Yeah, girl, they tried giving me four at a time. I said no, I just take the ones when I panic. I'm not going to do it anymore. Yeah, I feel like um send me a message. I feel like I could put some herbs together that will kind of help your nervous system. Do you like tea? I do a lot of tea, but if you don't like tea, I can figure something else out. Are you a tea drinker? I don't like tea, but when it comes to spiritual things, I drink it. Okay. All right, yeah. Send me a message. Okay. Send me a message. I believe I can work something up where I can help control your nervous system. But again, it's you see it as tea. I see it as spiritual medicine. All right, because I'm basically cleaning you from the inside out. So those herbs that I give you will help restore control over your nervous system rather than you losing it. And I'll also look up other things as well that you can use to work together, like different supplements and things like that that can help you. So I'll basically, coordinate like a health plan, if that makes sense. And then I can get back to you. Does that work? Because the mind is the most sharpest thing that you have. And you want to take care of it. And really what it is when you're not balanced that you tend to go off the Richter, Yeah, I'll send you a message and break it down to you and then we can break it down to me. And then once you break it down to me, give me a couple days. I'll formulate a plan for you, and then we'll go from there. But if you wanted to know what the core root was, I gave it to you, and I do see that you are gonna get out of this, because this is just kind of like a temporary like stump. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and send that message. Yeah, I had a crazy childhood. Yeah, I know. I have to be a bit discreet because I don't like putting your personal business out there, but just know I know. And I may not say certain things, but I do it because I'm not trying to trigger you right now, right? I'm just letting you know that I am aware and I would like to help you. And I feel like some Reiki sessions would definitely help, along with the herbal medicine. Yes, I do. I just didn't want to put that out there, you know what I'm saying? But I'm fully aware. And I'm sorry that you went through that. But thank you so much for your donation. I look forward to working with you. I know without a doubt I can help you. Without a doubt. Okay. If you're willing to work with me and you're willing to show up as much as I show up, I guarantee you will see results. Okay. I believe it. And I'm not blowing smoke in your ears. I release your energy. I call back all my power. Ashe to the ancestors. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap into Crystal's energy. We release her energy with love and light. We send her back, Spirit. I ask that you continue to protect and watch over her. And may everything align in her highest purpose. Thank you, Spirit. I'm doing last call. Last call. If anybody else would like to join the list, it is a $15 minimum donation. All right. If not, I will be closing out. Thank you, V. I appreciate you. And I look forward to working with you, my love. Did anybody else want to tap in? Let me know. I will be getting off here in just a moment. All right, I don't see anybody else. I am doing a last call. Last call, last call. If you would like to tap in, $15 minimum. If not, I will be getting off. I know I tend to put people to sleep. So some of y'all probably already have sleep. It is almost 3:30 in the morning. So if you would like to tap in for a final read, let me know. If not, I will be logging off for the night. All right, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and let y'all go. Thank you so much for allowing me to tap in with you guys. I truly appreciate you. Please make sure to run it back. I will post the collective and post the timestamps in the description of the video. So if you guys want to run it back, you guys can most definitely do that. The collective was a very good energy. So definitely check it out if you haven't. I was trying to look for my timestamps. Where'd they go? Well, I wrote it somewhere. I'll find it. But Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys on the next live.